Listen, me don't know who make them nowadays, man, but me need you to unmake them expeditiously. Because why am I coming from my run? Like, I am sweaty, stay bad, me look like me a struggle. And I come into the building and I'm passing the concierge and I'm like, oh yeah, I have a box to collect, right? The concierge proceeds to tell me, no, I have several boxes to collect. So me now, I struggle with me accoutrement and 4 men stand up at the elevator. I try to get into the elevator and one of the elevators not working. You know, I shout out, I'm like, can you hold the elevator for me? Because they weren't going to do it otherwise. So them hold the elevator, I go for buzz and it now work. So me say, all right, me come off. Them follow me off of the elevator. Me a hold me 15 bucks them, you know. And me say, next, we'll try the next elevator. Somebody else is already on there. So me, them push past me to go into the next elevator. And I'm like, could you hold the elevator? No. Them me have to push and try and get in there. It's not working. And the 4 of them catch up in there. And now make no space for me. So I'm like, you know what? Let me come off. Let me come off and go use the 3rd elevator by myself. Because none of these men have no chivalry. The one of them stay bad. I mean, I don't know where them come from, but them need to go back under them mother because this is crazy.
Maybe they just did not want to hear that they were harassing a poor, vulnerable woman. Hold up your own stress.
Out of curiosity, why is serenading not a thing anymore? And used to show up to a girl's house who they liked with a guitar and start singing, hoping they'd peek their head out the window. Men used to go to war. Now, men expect you to have sex with them after they pay for a $50 dinner. Now, men are talking to an entire football-sized roster of females. Now, men are cocky, their egos are through the roof. And if you mention a guy that you like to your friends that you've been hanging out with, just forget about it. You're never gonna hear from him again. Never.
Men no longer want to be in committed relationships with women because the odds of us being happy in those relationships are near zero, not worth the risk.
What is it with guys nowadays? Like, why are we both competing to be princesses? Can I be the only woman in the relationship? Is that okay with you? Can I feel like a woman? Can I? Because this whole thing of like, will you come to London like to meet me? Yes, of course. Why don't I also get a ring whilst I'm there? And like, why don't I propose to you? Why don't I get down on one knee, plan a whole proposal and like ask you out? Like ask you to be my girlfriend. Why not? Even though you're a man, like maybe I should ask you to be my girlfriend. And also the kind of guys that slide into your DMs and like they come up with the, I don't know, man, like weirdest opening line or whatever, but sometimes it's funny, so I respond and then they start playing hard to get. Do you want me to like where is I don't understand it. So you're messaging me and then you expect me to chase you, like what? Like I don't know. I'm just really confused.
Men becoming more connected to their emotions and not being desperate, it is a rough patch for some women.
Fuckhead, you spent $10,000 off my credit card?
Yeah.
What you mean, yeah?
I had to pay my mama rent. She was backed up like 5 months. I just paid it off for her real quick.
But that's not my problem, and I only have a $10K balance on my credit card, so you took all the money off my credit card.
I'm gonna put it back. Simple. You weren't even supposed to find out. I was just gonna put it back.
What you mean put it back? You can't just put it back.
Like, what you mean I can't just put it back? I have a Langley account. I can transfer it from my phone, deposit the cash into my Langley account right here, and just put the money back into your account. You would have never know it was missing.
And my credit score is gonna drop.
Okay, so what I gotta do to boost it?
Not take money off my credit card.
Okay, well the one time I'm just gonna put it back.
Like your mother is not my responsibility.
I understand, she's my responsibility.
Okay, so you should have used your money.
Your money is my money. My
No,
money is your money.
No, it's not.
My money is your money. Like,
no. That credit card has it says my name.
I had to deposit the money into the account to pay the bill. I could not give them cash. It was late, so I had to pay it like that.
That doesn't even make sense. It doesn't make no type of logical sense that you had to deposit money on my credit card when my credit card already had the money up there.
Either way, you're going to get the money deposit. I do it first thing in the morning. Like, what's the problem? What's the issue?
I'm going to report fraud, and your mother's just going to have to get evicted.
How she gonna get evicted? It's paid.
It don't matter. I'm gonna report fraud because you was never supposed to use my credit card.
But I'm putting the money back.
It doesn't matter.
His money is their money, But her money is hers alone. You cannot make this stuff up. If anything, it would boost her credit score 10 times if paid back straight away. That young man deserves better.
Men are having a huge issue this day and age with being completely entitled but having no right to be. Like, they literally do not have a leg to stand on, but they will sit there and act like they are the prize and we should be sitting here begging them for attention. Meanwhile, we have a male loneliness epidemic where women, myself included, are finding that it is much more peaceful, we're even more successful and happier the further away we are from men. Anyway, if you want to go viral, piss off men.
Affordable female bots cannot come soon enough. If you are so happy without men, why can you not stop yapping about us?
I don't know who needs to hear this, but if your man is paying for rent, it doesn't mean he's providing for you. You would have had to pay for rent with or without you there.
I genuinely think she won the Stupid Bitch Award. Someone give this stupid bitch the Stupid Bitch Award, because what the fuck are you talking about? What are you actually like on right now? What do you mean? Like, because he pays for rent and then there's just a fucking body there, that means that he's not providing for you? Like, that he was just gonna pay rent anyways? Y'all are fucking delusional. Like, yes, he is fucking providing for you. He's providing a fucking house for you. You meaning to tell me that your dad, if you had one, didn't provide for you? He just had to pay for rent. That's what it is, whether you're there or not. Y'all really need to go see a fucking therapist.
Modern feminist dating advice is just prostitution propaganda.
Actually, saw you coming out of there and I thought you actually kind of handsome. I wonder if you want to hang out sometime. Oh, yeah.
Charge it to the game and approach someone in your bracket. Next time, do not go for a 9 out of 10 guy when you are a 6 out of 10 woman.
If there are no men in your DMs, okay? No one's in your DMs, no one's hitting you up. When you go to the club, no one's chatting to you, you're getting no attention. You, sis, you're on the right track. I'm telling you, you are on the right track. Because you know why? Especially if you're a pretty girl. You know you're a pretty girl. You know you're good looking. You're put together, everything like that. And no one's approaching you. It's because you're giving off the energy that you're not to be messed with. Think about it. Men are very sensible, okay? They may act like they're not, but they're very sensible, and they know a good woman from a mile off. They know who they can mess with, they know who they can get away with stuff with, and they know who's not to be messed with. And you are not one to be messed with, and they can see that from a mile off. So they're like, nah, not approaching that. Not even gonna try my luck with that, because what's the point? They're gonna try their luck with women that they think that they can get. They don't think they can get you, and that's a great thing. And keep on doing what you're doing, okay?
Or you are just fat, or your standards are too unrealistic, or your breath stinks. These women think they never have to work on themselves. It is crazy.
Before I cheated on my ex-husband, I never envisioned myself being the kind of person who could cheat. I was like, no, cheaters have character flaws, there's something wrong with them, they have some kind of like moral issue, and I'm not like that. It was really easy to judge others who succumb to the act of cheating from a place of like never having done it before. But one thing that I know to be true is the Lord will bring you to certain places in your life that you yourself on your own can never redeem. You can never take it back. It's something that exposes at the deepest level your own humanity. And I'm not saying that it's right to cheat. I'm not saying that you can justify cheating either. But what I am saying is that we are all humans, and it is written in the Bible. There's plenty of stories that show that people succumb to sin, not just because they are more flawed than another person, but because we as human beings, we just have inherent flaws. Like, that is part of our nature. And it might not be cheating that shows up for you. That might not be how your flawed humanity expresses itself. That might come out in having a temper, in gossiping, in violating boundaries of some sort or some kind, in idolizing certain things, in promiscuity, in using or abusing substances, no matter how functional you are at work or with your friend group. Like, we're all human beings having a human experience trying to figure all this stuff out. So when I found out that my partner had not been faithful, yes, I was hurt. Yes, it stung like bloody hell. Yes, it put me into a state of shock. But more than anything else, it reminded me of my own shameful acts. Like, that was the hardest part to sit with. I could pretend that I had some kind of moral superiority to him because in our actual relationship, I hadn't done anything that I felt like was as bad as what he had done. But at the end of the day, there is a litany, like scrolls that could be written, of the harm that I've caused to other people and harm that I've caused to myself. And no matter how much better I got at suppressing those harmful tendencies, no matter how evolved I believed myself to be or how enlightened I thought I was, God was like, listen, girl, even though you're not acting out in these old ways that you had, doesn't mean that the seed of that harm doesn't still belong in your heart. And I truly believe that God didn't create the circumstances for my partner to cheat. He might have allowed it to happen, but the way he's used it is to reflect back my own shame, my own unresolved shame back to myself of how I used to be before I was well, before I found God, or rather should I say before God found me. And in the healing work that I'm doing in partnership with my guy, it's also giving me an opportunity to heal from past wounds that caused me to wound others. And in that place of really sitting with the reflections, the fragments of the worst of myself, and not running from my own humanity, and not trying to push my dirty laundry to the side, but instead to sit with it, to sort it, to wash it, to fold it, to put it away. And even before that, to consult with God as to what should I keep and what should I do away with. I feel myself becoming a much more calibrated person, a much more non-anxious person. I find that has been the path that has actually healed me from the initial shock and the initial devastation of the infidelity. It's not about what my partner is doing. It's not about what my partner has even done. It's really about what God is doing in my life and how he is forming me into a person who is capable and who has capacity to show up as God has intended for me to show up. So I chose in the past. I made a decision in the past to do something that wrecked somebody's life. And I've had that exact same experience reflected back to me in my own relationship. God has used the ingredients of calamity to correct, construct, and create something new in me and in my partner that is helping us show up in relationships in ways that we never thought ourselves capable of.
It is always poetic when women cheat. Imagine blaming God for getting your back bent. These women are a joke.
Australian women really are just that deluded these days. I've just seen this post of a girl. She's over in Italy. She's only been there for a few hours and she's talking about how Italian men have already made her feel so special because when walking past her, they're calling her stuff like beautiful and giving her compliments and stuff like that. Guess what happens back home when we decide to give you guys compliments or try to shoot our shot? You know what you say to us? You call us creeps and weirdos. It's got nothing to do with the fact that Australian men aren't stepping up to the plate. It's got to do with the fact that you're only attracted to one type of man, and any other man that comes in your direction, he's instantly a creep. The dating scene is completely cooked because of these type of women who only have one type of man, which is tall, dark, and handsome. If it's anything else in between, they don't want a bar of it, and you're a creep. Sure, you have free will and you're allowed to have a type. I myself have a type. Most men have a type. Everybody probably has a type. But as men, we don't usually discriminate. If we think that you're a beautiful girl and, you know, you have a great personality, we're probably willing to see where things go. We're not going to discriminate just because you're not our type. Unlike women like this.
These days, you just have to agree that the filler these women use is flowed into their brain.
Not date a man that does not banter. I need some back and forth. I need some excitement. I need creative insults back and forth. It just brings me so much joy. If you can't banter with me, we're just not gonna work out. I've dated people that I've tried to banter with, and I say one thing and they're like, what? And I'm like, you know what? Nothing. But you should know that I'm never gonna talk to you again after this. But it's totally unrelated to that. And I've also dated men where it's like, I try to banter with them and then they'll be like, that's why your mom never loved you. And I'm like, okay, well, that's not really, you should have said that more creatively and then we could talk. I can't do it.
Until he takes the banter too far in your eyes now, you are requiring him to walk on eggshells, or you will find another guy. You need a woman, not a man.
I think it's really unfair that men get to be hot for free, while women, like I'm nearly going broke just trying to maintain medium ugly, and men get to walk around with their $40 haircut, getting older and hotter for no money, for free. It's just not, it's not fair. I'm sick of it.
Ditch the upkeep, go natural. We do not care about all the glam. Learn not to give a damn. It is free and way less stressful.
You could have the most full roster as a woman of the most manly men. You move? Okay, no one wants to help you with moving. Where did they go? Okay, suddenly all these men, they become businessmen. Okay, I thought I was getting into guys that were like lumberjacks, okay, could help lift some boxes. No, suddenly I'm dating men that have never been to the gym, I guess. They can't help me with anything. Okay, then why are you here then? Clearly you don't like me enough then. That's crazy. Okay, when I was younger, when someone moved, in my opinion, it was like a community effort. Everyone came in, everyone chipped in, everyone helped. Wrong. Okay, as I've gone older, I realized this is a solo game. I have to hire movers. I have to hire men. Okay, where are the men? I don't know. I have to hire them to help me. That is crazy. That is crazy. Okay, and now I've realized it. I'm like, oh, you like me, but not enough to help me move? Okay. We're changing the whole roster up. No one's getting renewals. Whole team is getting traded. You're gone, you're gone, you're gone. Get out of my face. You may play ball, but you're not going to be playing me. You're done.
There are moving companies for that. I am trying to keep my spine healthy all the way into my 60s.
Women would not have to pay taxes. No, they wouldn't. You're a woman. No taxes for you. Everything is a tax write-off for you. Next, we are going to stop funding male medical research. No more of it. From now on, we are only doing studies and research for women, on women's health only. From here on out, thank you. And finally, every man is guilty until proven innocent. That's just a quick look.
I go back, shorty. I hate to say it, but that's why I be understanding when certain people be saying like women shouldn't be in a higher place of power and shit because of opinions like this. Shorty say all men will be guilty until proven innocent. There will be no more funding for men. Women won't have to pay taxes. Everything is just write-offs. What is your like policies? This is your rules, regulations and shit. And it's the crazy part about it is people really be eating this shit up, folks. Like, what is you talking about? Like, and I genuinely think, bro, certain women just hate men, and I don't know if it's because of their fathers did fucked up shit to them or the past men that they didn't went through. But yeah, we gotta stop this shit. Just stop this.
I speak for every man when I say women start off in a psych ward and work their way out. Anyway, that is all for today. Do not forget to hit the like and subscribe buttons. Also, click on the notification bell to know when I drop a new video.